Thank you for coming in. We'll look forward to your company next time, right here on The Chase.
Tonight, Stephen Miles to be our next Premier.
The victims of the Williambilla shootings remembered.
A controversial plan to house youth offenders on North Keppel Island.
And the Heart Foundation thanks dedicated rappers.
This is 7 News with Rob Brough and Emily Steinhardt.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us.
Good evening.
Stephen Miles is set to be Queensland's next Premier, following a late-night deal that saw Treasurer Cameron Dick step up as his deputy and Shannon Fentiman concede defeat. Regional Queensland mayors have thrown their support behind the new-look leadership team.
Rising to the top, Stephen Miles assuming his new position as Queensland's Premier in waiting, with a personal friend and colleague at his side.
Yesterday, I asked Cameron Dick to join me as my deputy.
I'm honoured to be asked by Stephen to serve as his deputy.
The deal was struck overnight. Miles remained tight-lipped on how unions played a part. The two-horse race was over as soon as it started. Shannon Fentiman this morning bowed out. It is clear that the majority of Labor members will support Stephen Miles.
Shannon will continue to serve and be a very senior member of our team.
Spurling, having already announced his retirement, said he doesn't expect a position in a renewed cabinet. Any further changes will have to wait until after the caucus meeting on Friday.
There will be changes to the cabinet, but we're not getting ahead of ourselves.
I will be happy to take on whatever role the Premier and Deputy Premier decide for me.
The new leadership team's first announcement, a freeze on car registration fees from July 1. Regional mayors are hopeful they'll be top of mind next.
I'll be certainly happy to meet with him and ensure he fully understands what the people of the Sunshine Coast need.
We've got some significant issues here that need to be dealt with, and I think Stephen will do just that.
The opposition not so convinced.
It's the same clowns in the same circus with the same crisis and the same chaos. The only difference is the class clown is now running the show.
Jade Richards, 7 News.
Police across the state have paused to remember fallen colleagues, Constables Rachel McCrow and Matthew Arnold, who were murdered at Williambilla 12 months ago. The wife of Alan Dare has also paid tribute to the man she describes as her hero, as she continues to seek answers.
For the first time in Queensland police history, communications paused to honour 2 of their own.
No matter where you are right now, we remember how privileged we are as an organisation to have known 2 such compassionate and dedicated members in our ranks.
At 4:40 p.m. on this day last year, Constables Rachel McCrow and Matthew Arnold were gunned down on a Williambilla property. A chilling ambush that rocked the entire country.
We've never had something so violent happen to our police officers.
Nathaniel Gareth and Stacey Train acted on a religiously motivated plan.
They came to kill us, and we killed them.
In a moment of pure evil.
It was the worst of nights. Everyone was praying for the best.
The officers didn't stand a chance, nor did neighbour Alan Dare, who bravely went to help.
He was my hero. He was our hero. I couldn't replace him with 50 people.
Alan unintentionally filmed his own death. Kerry has forced herself to watch it.
I heard him take his last 2 breaths.
2 other young officers, Randall Kirk and Keely Brough, escaped by some miracle.
It's incredibly important that we wrap our arms around them.
Matthew Arnold's family shared photos and a touching tribute. It is so cruel and unfair that we never got to say goodbye. We miss Matt's laugh, kindness, empathy and willingness to help. The Train's children, too, said they grieved together with those impacted. My sister and I lost the family that raised us. We are truly sorry for the suffering our parents have caused. The 12th of the 12th, 2022, leaving a resounding impact.
It should never be forgotten.
Caitlin Steadman, 7 News.
A controversial proposal by One Nation is making waves. The parties announced a plan to repurpose an environmental education centre on North Keppel Island into a low-security facility for young offenders. Keppel's current MP, Brittany Lawger, thinks the idea is creative but says it won't work.
One Nation's key policy for next year's state election is to transform the island facility into a last resort diversion program.
We know that boot camps do work. The ones that are still existing here in Queensland have success rates above 90%. We also know that 306 beds in juvenile detention is just not enough.
The proposal has raised eyebrows and questions about accountability and the effectiveness of such a proposal.
I like the creativity, but in practice this one is probably not going to work.
People want these kids held responsible for the crimes that they commit, and I'm afraid that a slap on the wrist just isn't cutting it.
The policy aims to address youth crime by offering an alternative to the government's catch and release approach, but the government says it's made changes.
We have made breach of bail an offence, and we're seeing those magistrates making decisions in accordance with those changes that we made to the Youth Justice Act.
One Nation says the government should be doing a lot more.
Queenslanders know the current system is ineffective, and that is why so many people in Rockhampton, Yeppoon, the whole Capricorn Coast here know that we've got serious issues with youth offenders.
We're doing everything that we can to help reduce crime in the community and keep our community safe.
One Nation also proposes converting the unused resort on the island into a new educational centre to sustain the island's current use for more than 2,500 students annually. Christian Penny, 7 News.
The Rockhampton Regional Council is calling for nominations for next year's Australia Day Awards. Whether they're an athlete, an artist, a dedicated volunteer or part of a local group, anyone making a positive impact is eligible. Award categories include Citizen of the Year, Young Citizen of the Year and Sports Official of the Year. Nominations can be made via Council's website and they'll close on January 7.
An early Christmas trip has turned into a nightmare for a Mareeba family following a serious car crash. Dad of 4, Matt Jones, remains in a coma in Rockhampton Hospital, with his family relying on community generosity to be by his side.
It was meant to be a holiday to remember, but now all the Jones family wants to do is forget.
We started saving because we've never gone on a family holiday. And we thought it'd be nice to take the boys down to the Gold Coast and do the theme parks, and something they've never done.
Nicole was asleep in the back of the car when she awoke to her son's screams.
And the car went over an embankment up in the air. We rolled maybe a dozen times and then hit a tree.
Nicole's 14-year-old son took charge, turning off the engine after he realised his father had broken his back. Matt Jones is now in an induced coma and may never walk again.
We're just here waiting for him to wake up. We can't leave him.
The family has been relying on the generosity of strangers to stay in Rockhampton for the last 2 weeks. But the family needs more donations from the community to be there when Dad wakes up.
Anyone that knows Matt knows how much he loves his family. So for him to wake up and us not be here would just be horrible.
Those who want to donate can do so via GoFundMe.
He's the perfect father. He's a perfect partner, and he's, we're no good without him.
Sophie McManus, 7 News.
Cyclone Jasper looms off the far north coast. The Australian Red Cross has launched a new online database to help those affected keep in touch with family and friends during challenging weather conditions. It's called Register, Find, Reunite and can be accessed via the Red Cross website. The service matches registrations from people affected by emergencies with inquiries made by their loved ones.
Shoppers are being urged to keep it local this Christmas and help out small businesses. Member for Capricornia, Michelle Landry, agrees, saying it's time to log off and see what's on offer around CQ.
What began as a maternity leave hobby is now a thriving full-time job.
Started, just me in my bedroom, home office, using my daughter's bedroom as a cold room for flowers because it was the smallest room in the house with the aircon.
Lillian Lotus recently moved to a new location on William Street.
I needed to increase our offerings so that I could give my florist hours during the low season when we didn't have as many weddings as events, and then the retail stuff sort of came with that as a way of keeping people employed.
Owner Danielle Hempseed says the store's growth over the past decade wouldn't have been possible without the support of people opting to shop local.
Without the local community, I wouldn't have had a business.
Member for Capricornia Michelle Landry says local support over the festive season is vital for the economy.
It keeps people in jobs, the money goes back into the communities, these local businesses support our local charities.
She's asking residents to look up from their phones and take a look around.
Get off the internet, go and visit the shops and shop local.
Freya Jetson, 7 News.
Well, the nimble fingers behind Rocky Rappers have been recognised by the Heart Foundation for their outstanding fundraising efforts. The volunteer group have raised more than $300,000 over 3 decades of spreading joy while supporting heart research. The wrapping station is still bustling with activity at Stocklands and aims to get through 3 kilometres of wrapping paper for this year.
What an incredible effort there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, ahead tonight, the Biodiversity Council's call to tone down lights to save wildlife.
And motoring history goes under the hammer at a silent auction.
What happens when 2 of the Bash's scariest speed demons collide? It's a brilliant ball! Don't blink. This is a shootout of epic proportions. Sends him packing. Sydney versus Brisbane in the Big Bash. Tonight on 7.
Yes, things have never been so sweet. It's why we're getting under your feet.
Montine PowerGuard Multi kills crawling and flying insects in seconds and protects on surfaces for up to 1 week.
More smart, more safe, more team.
Discover the wonders of radiance, a magical and festive lunar light journey in the heart of Rockhampton's Botanic Gardens, nightly from the 1st to the 24th of December. Buy tickets now at radiancerockhampton.com.au.
Don't let the grass grow under your feet. Join or renew your membership at the Frenchville Sports Club for the chance to win $12.5K in prizes, including a farm and garden package. Visit the club or website to join today.
Frenchville Sports Club.
High-tech generators engineered for reliability, Australian and European built, backup and prime power generators for home, small business, rural and heavy industry applications. High-tech generators, generating power solutions every day. Visit hightechgenerators.com.au today.
Explore Great Gable Island with Freedom Fast Cats, offering a range of day cruises, delicious food and optional activities to suit the entire family. Glass-bottom boat tours, snorkeling, swimming and boom netting. Make Great Gable Island your destination with Freedom Fast Cats.
Christmas at home with Harvey Norman. Shop the latest in appliances and home entertainment. Roast, steam or air fry with the versatile Cuisinart Gourmet Pro Benchtop Combi Oven. Just $4.99. Create luscious curls for any occasion with the Dyson Airwrap Multi-Styler. $947. Bring on holiday entertainment with the 43-inch LG OLED Evo TV and save $500. Create a true cinematic experience with the JBL Bar 1000 Dolby Atmos soundbar and save over $300. Much more at Harvey Norman now.
The McRib is back. Chicken Big Mac is back. And the new McRib Deluxe has just arrived. Macca's summer menu. It's the summer we've all been craving.
These green thumbs catch the crooks red-handed.
Alec, is it broken? No. Then you can stay there till the police arrive.
Rosemary and Thyme. Tonight, 7:30.
Nice having it with us on 7 News. Scientists are asking us to consider our non-human neighbours and try toning down outdoor lights, including Christmas decorations. The Biodiversity Council is worried about light pollution and native animals and is offering some ideas to ease their stress.
We look forward to the dazzling light displays during the festive season, but it's the most stressful time of the year for the local wildlife.
Light clutter is distracting and confusing for wildlife.
The Biodiversity Council is urging us to think twice about those extra bright decorations at Christmas and to reduce light pollution year-round.
Having lights on can make that habitat much less suitable and will mean that animals don't come into our yards because the light makes them feel really exposed to predators and makes them feel stressed.
A street full of flashing lights leaves few dark refuges for animals.
So the colour of the lights is actually important too. Bright white and blue and green lights, because of the blue, are more problematic for animals than amber and red.
But there are hacks for those who insist on making Christmas merry and bright.
One of the ways we can do that at Christmas is, instead of covering our whole garden and house with lights, we can use daytime decorations, like this fabulous bow on one of my neighbour's trees.
George Backledge, 7 News.
A collection of classic Holden signs has fetched thousands of dollars in a silent auction at a car dealership. The vintage signs were removed from the store in September after the iconic brand announced its closure in 2020.
These familiar signs were removed, marking the end of a chapter for Holden fans.
We just recently upgraded our dealer fascias, and certainly with the end of the Holden brand, a lot of enthusiasts were inquiring what we were going to do with the signs. You're never going to see them again.
Lawrence's Motors in Rockhampton put out a call to enthusiasts to place their best bets on a piece of history.
So we decided the fairest thing was to sort of hold a bit of an auction and let people basically bid to see how much they wanted the signs.
There was one catch to buying one of the signs reaching 6 metres high and 4 metres wide.
You certainly need a big shed. There was people measuring up to see whether things were going to fit in their shed before they placed their bids.
11 pieces were sold through the silent auction, which closed yesterday, with one new owner forking out thousands.
Most of them were certainly in the thousands, but I said probably the highest one was one of the Holden Lions that went for a few $1,000s.
Holden's closure after 70 years in Australia has made memorabilia just that little bit sweeter.
Holden's not built anymore, so it's going to be part of history. You'll be great for any man's cave. I've put a bid in.
Freya Jetson, 7 News.
Certainly some impressive collectibles there.
Grab a piece of history indeed, guys.
Those signs, eh? Yeah. They can be valuable. We've got some rugby players on the global stage, Nathan.
We do indeed, Broughy. The World Youth Sevens begin in Auckland later this week with plenty of CQ talent involved. We'll have more next. And we catch up with the Capra strength and conditioning coach to see how the squad's doing ahead of the Christmas break.
Tougher, bigger, hold your breath, switch it on. See all episodes uncensored.
I was found not guilty.
He's trying to put a one over my eyes! Every season on SAS Australia, streaming for free on 7plus.
Stream free.
'Tis the season, and here's the reason to buy a new or demonstrator vehicle from DC Motors Rockhampton. We're giving the gifts, and you get to choose. Available on all new and demonstrator vehicles from DC Motors Rockhampton. Ho ho hurry!
This is Big Bill. Big Bill can be really annoying, but by installing a solar power system, you can make your big bill not so big anymore. Call EcoSmart Solar today.
Running a business can be tough. And when it comes to banking, you need someone who truly understands your needs.
Hi, I'm Andrew Bauer.
As a small business owner himself, Andrew understands the ins and outs of business banking. At BOQ, they offer a range of business banking options to help you achieve your goals.
See us at BOQ today and let's have a chat about your business.
Terms and conditions, eligibility, lending criteria, fees and charges apply.
At Rain and Horn Gladstone, our focus is connecting people with property and assisting them in navigating the property market. Whether buying or selling, renting, leasing or investing, let our experience be your advantage and turn optimism into opportunity. Speak to our team today.
Get into Anaconda this Christmas and save on a huge range of camping gear. Igloo 49-litre icebox, only $69.99. Plus, save $130 on Spinifex standard 2 3x3 metre gazebo. Play more and pay less this Christmas with our 10% price beat guarantee. Anaconda!
Centrum for Men or Women contains vitamins to help fill nutritional gaps. Now half price at Chemist Warehouse. They're formulated for the different nutritional needs of men and women. Live, look, feel well at Chemist Warehouse.
Be a part of more conversations with Manning Audiology. Try our rechargeable custom hearing aids for a tailored solution for you, or our invisible range of hearing aids for a more discreet option. Manning Audiology, your bridge to world of sounds.
Robert looks over at his brother and says, "I'm proud of what I've done. This guy is pure evil."
This whole thing is a mystery.
We didn't understand. Nobody was prepared for what happened next.
It's just unfathomable to me the depths of
human depravity.
Siblings who kill. There's a special place in hell for both of them.
Killer Siblings. Wednesday 8:30 on 7 Bravo and 7+.
And welcome back. Well, the Capras are entering week 5 of their pre-season schedule, and strength and conditioning coach Justin Parle couldn't be happier. The CQ squad's been sweating it out in the gym and on the paddock, and when training resumes in the new year, it won't be long before their first trial.
The Capras are leaving no stone unturned in their preparation for next season.
It's a really important 6-week block before we head into the Christmas break to make sure we get these players ready to go to come into trial games in February. So it's been a tough 5 weeks so far. We're into week 5. The boys are performing really well.
A holistic approach is being used on the squad at this time of year.
It's about trying to develop these players, not just as rugby league players, but athletes all round. And we've had 2 pre-seasons with them now. So this is the 3rd pre-season with a lot of them. And they're developing. They're coming along really well.
It's not just about building on the players' fitness, but also seeing them with ball in hand.
It's a combination of both. So it's about seeing the players under fatigue with the ball in hand. So throughout that 5 or 6 week period, we'll do a lot of conditioning at the start of the session.
Parle has been involved with rugby league for many years and is now entering his 2nd year as full-time strength and conditioning coach with the Capras.
Really enjoying the job. I mean, really lucky to develop the juniors up here in Central Queensland. We obviously get a few players come from other regions, but we've got a lot of junior players here.
And the club's affiliation with the Dolphins is building on that development.
Well, we've got Trey Brown and Aaron Moore down there at the moment. Lockie Hubner will head down in January. He's just had a surgery just late October, so he's sort of coming through that surgery.
Brad Villiers, 7 News.
Meanwhile, the best rugby sevens players from across the region will hit the field this week as part of the Global Youth Sevens tournament in Auckland. Competing under the Rugby Skills Academy Barbarians banner, players will take on teams from Canada, Scotland, Fiji and Australia. The event showcases the world's best rugby sevens talent and will be taking place at the prestigious King's College from Friday. It's been another standout day in the pool for the Rocky City Swim Club, with superstar Taryn Roberts claiming more gold at the Queensland Championships in Brisbane. But the squad's medal haul isn't the only thing impressing coach Shane Kingston.
Medals are coming thick and fast for the Rocky City Swim Club, but the coach is more excited about something else.
I guess from me personally, one of the highlights was everyone went faster last night. So I guess as a coach, that's my part. That's my highlight, as everyone went faster.
A gold medal to superstar Taryn Roberts in the 200-metre breaststroke kicked off another successful night for the club.
Quite a number of them PB'd in the heats yesterday morning to get a good spot in the final, and then to go faster again in the final. Shows that they did a great job and have been clearly doing a good job in training.
And that training will once again shine as the club gears up for a huge session with plenty of swimmers in contention tonight.
And we've already had Saffron Davis make the 50 freestyle final, so that's first up tonight. And then we've also got a couple of our boys, Lockie Kuss and Cooper Love, in the 800 final tonight.
Of the 80 clubs currently competing at the championships, the Rocky City Swim Club is sitting inside the top 20 at number 16, leading the other Central Queensland clubs such as Caribay, Gladstone and Boyne Island. Brad Villiers, 7 News.
Let's hope those medals keep on coming this week, guys. And that's it for sport tonight. Thanks very much.
Lovely night. Thank you, mate.
Well, stick with us. After the break, Rosanna has all the weather details.
How do you get from pub to working heroes?
Good boy!
The brand new series, Puppy School, tonight.
40th birthday. Excellent choice. This guy. Last Father's Day, Major Treehouse. And here, bang, bang, bang. Best Christmas ever. Now, let's talk this Christmas.
How do you spell reciprocating, sir?
Christmas, made by 1+U. Link 7-piece starter kit, $89.98, available at Bunnings Warehouse.
Rio B.
Tomo's Better Christmas Giveaway Sale on now.
We have $10,000 worth of weekly prizes to give away.
Plus you could win this SUV Talisman Island caravan.
Simply spend $200 for your chance to win.
Go local, that's better. The Hose Shed Gladstone is your locally owned hose fitting specialist, offering a huge fully stocked warehouse plus mobile on-site services to ensure limited delays to your operation. Expert knowledge, quality parts and service. Expect nothing less from the Hose Shed.
Barbecues Galore last chance sale. Up to 30% off selected barbecues, up to 30% off selected smokers, up to a whopping 40% off selected furniture and umbrellas. Don't miss out. Sale ends Christmas Eve. Only at Barbecues Galore, Rockhampton.
At Woolworths, it's the little things like our award-winning hams that make Christmas special. And to help you spend less, Woolworths Delicious Half Leg Ham is at a low price of $8 a kilo. That's today's fresh food people.
Government rebates for solar systems are reducing January 1. To help more Australians maximise their solar rebate, Sunboost, Australia's largest solar company, is open every day until December 31. Last chance for this year's best solar prices, and the clock is ticking.
Final 2023 opportunity to max out your Sunboost 6.6 kilowatt premium solar system with highest efficiency panels, max available rebate and value for a last chance. 4191. Secure your maximum rebate by December 31. Call 1300 Sunboost now.
To crack a great British mystery,
I do need the truth.
Takes a great detective.
My name isn't Mr. Lewis, it's Inspector. What the hell was he doing here?
Can you figure out the killer?
Arrest you on suspicion of murder.
Before Lewis solves the case, Lewis, Wednesday on 7/2.
Hello, Rosanna Natoli with tonight's weather. All eyes are on tropical cyclone Jasper, currently a Category 2 system, forecast to cross the coast as Category 2 on Wednesday morning, most likely between Cooktown and Cairns to our north. The intensity will weaken as it moves inland during Thursday, headed towards the Gulf of Carpentaria. To the rainfall, Byfield received 17 millimetres, Mystery Park 16, Samuel Hill had 14 millimetres. Temperatures today across the Capricorn region. Rockhampton, a range of 23 to 30 degrees, top of 31 for Gladstone, Emerald 33. To the satellite loop now, and the cyclone is producing a substantial amount of thick cloud over central and northeastern regions of Queensland through here. A low pressure system in the Bight is also producing heavy cloud over much of the nation's south. On today's chart, a low-pressure trough sits vertically through the centre of the state. It is nearing a cold front on the western border of New South Wales. And, of course, you can see Tropical Cyclone Jasper up here. The high in the Tasman Sea is pushing up ridges over the eastern coast. Now, on tomorrow's chart, Jasper is expected to make its way between Cooktown and Cairns tomorrow morning. That low-pressure system sitting down here in the Bight will continue to create the thick cloud and thunderstorms. So now to the latest from the Bureau. The boating forecast for Capricornia waters, east to northeasterly winds at 15 to 20 knots, seas up to 1.5 metres. Tomorrow's new moon will bring in some large tidal variation. High will be around 9 a.m. with the low around 6 hours later. For the Capricornia district forecast, it's going to be just a partly cloudy day ahead for tomorrow. Gladstone 23 to 31 degrees, Rockhampton 23 to 32, Billawheeler a top of 35, Yeppoon 29. For the Central Highlands and Coalfields, a possible thunderstorm and shower in the northwest. Emerald 21 to 34 degrees, Moranbah 31, Claremont a top of 32. Looking ahead for Rockhampton, the cyclone is to the north, of course. Winds are going to decrease from tomorrow and for the foreseeable week. Possible showers over the weekend onwards, with temperatures hanging around the 30s. And that's it for the weather tonight. Our thoughts, of course, are with our northern neighbours as they prepare for Tropical Cyclone Jasper's crossing of the coast in the morning. Livio will have a full report tomorrow. Bye for now.
Thanks, Rosanna. Well, that's all from us tonight. Thanks very much for your company.
And a reminder, anything you'd like to watch again, our 7plus app or our page, 7news.com.au. Catch you tomorrow night. Good night.
Good night.
Tonight, leave immediately. Evacuation orders in Cairns as